Okay, guys. Good morning. So, I don't know if you guys have heard me mention that I have ADHD or not on here. Um, so, my brain works a little bit differently than a lot of people's do. Um, and this is going to be a really good illustration of that. Um, eggs. Right now our chickens produce way more eggs than we can eat or sell, and so I have days when I just don't get out here to do it because I just get busy and I just don't get out here. So I had a pile of eggs piled up, and if you guys remember the video of me cleaning out the chicken coop, and if you didn't see it, I'll put a link to it down in the description box. These nesting boxes were in the coop, and they have not been using them. They don't lay eggs in them. They've been laying eggs underneath, and with this bar going across there, I was having an impossible time trying to get to those eggs. So those eggs would be the eggs that would sit there because with my back I can't climb down there and get them. So this morning, trying to collect those old eggs out of there turned into me ripping out these nesting boxes. And that's kind of how the ADHD brain works. You go to do something simple, and it leads to this and that and the other. So this actually led to me deciding that they needed more roosting bars in here, because all we have is we have the swimming pool ladder, which they love. Like, I'll come out here at night to lock everybody up, and there will be 18 chickens on that ladder. So they get to keep the ladder. But the only other roosting bars that we have are the ones right there in that corner. And, of course, right there where we have some young ladies hanging out. And it's really not enough. So they have been roosting right here where these nesting boxes were. And as you can see, this is a big, huge mess. Those eggs under there were the eggs that I couldn't get to them. I'm old. My back is bad. I couldn't get down there. And so I decided to just take that temptation away. And I've turned this whole thing into a remodeling the coop project today. So, this is what I'm going to be working on today. I got the nesting boxes ripped out. I'm going to get the rest of those blocks out there. Those old eggs are going in the compost bin. I'm going to be putting more fresh hay in here today. But I'm also going to be putting them some other boxes in here for them to nest in. And I'm going to put them right there in that same spot. So they'll be right there where they're used to laying these eggs. At least the ones who lay inside here. A lot of them go lay out there, and it's an Easter egg hunt every day. But then I'm also going to come in here, and I'm going to put some new roosting bars in on this end where they're used to roosting. So that ladder will probably come out just a little bit, and I'm putting probably at least 2 new roosting bars over here. I may end up putting 3, but we'll just see how it goes. go cut this and I will be right back. Okay, I've trimmed this board, and I kind of knew it was going to be a little big because these 2x4x12s are always a little bit longer than 12 feet, so you really kind of have to measure everything and not just assume that they're exactly 12 feet. So apparently they do them that way on purpose, for those of you who don't build a lot of stuff, so that you have room to cut off the bad end if you need to. So I'm going to go ahead and screw these two 4-foot pieces onto the back to make our first roosting bar all the way across. Okay, I kind of don't like the way those two pieces of wood are coming together without anything there to kind of support that. So I'm going to go get myself a little piece of 1x4, and I'm going to kind of bridge that with that. Okay, it's on there nice and sturdy. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my brace piece up for these top roosts that are going to go up taller. And I'm staggering these roosts, so we're going to have two going across the bottom here, like this height right there. And then we are going to have two more that are going to be up and across this board right over here that are going to be 2 feet away from the ones on the bottom. So that way, the chickens on the bottom don't get pooped on by the chickens on the top. So, here we go. Now my studs on this food storage building, which is the building that this coop is attached to, are not 16 inches apart, which we were thinking they were going to be 16 inches, but they're not. They're 24 inches. So that is why I got a 48-inch piece of wood for my bracing, because I'm going to attach it to one stud and then attach it to the stud on the end as well, so it'll be sturdy and it won't, come down. Okay, 52 inches. Okay, I've measured 52 inches from the ground up, and that's where our bracing bar is going to sit, because it is going to match the height of this piece right up here that I'm going to be setting the other end of the boards on. What y'all doing? Everybody's going crazy. What's up? Did something scare y'all? I think it was a squirrel throwing some acorns down is what I think it was. That's why they call y'all chickens. piece up there, and I'm going to go ahead and put my first upper roost up here, and I'm going to put it 2 feet off from where the other one is going to be. I'm adjusting. We're going to make these 13 inches staggered apart from each other. With these chickens, that should be plenty of room to get them apart from each other. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I'm sure they'll let me know if they're unhappy with the accommodations. Okay guys, that part of the project is done. It's kind of hard to tell from way back here, but we got 4 roosting bars back there. One of them's a little off in the back, but that's okay. My OCD husband will probably have a heart attack over it, but really, quite honestly, the chickens don't care. So I think they're just going to be happy to have extra space to roost in. And tonight, we're going to sneak back out here when it's dark, and we're going to make sure that those buff Orpingtons that don't like to come in here and roost, we're going to bring them in here, and we're going to put them up on these roosting bars, because I feel like that's why they don't come in here, because there's not enough roosting space. So I'm trying to get them in the habit of coming in here at night, so we're going to try to do that for a couple of different days. Just to see if we can get them to come start roosting in here, because I don't like them roosting out in the run. I know they have a big old fence out there and a gate and all that, but raccoons and possums and things like that can still get to them out there, so I really don't like it. So the next part of my project is to clean up this big old mess right here, where those nesting boxes were. So I'm going to go ahead and start cleaning that out now. So, here's the new and improved big chicken coop. I went ahead and put these 3 blue barrels over here, which are mineral buckets that we get from a local farm out here that just gives them to us, because he ends up with stacks of them from taking care of his cows. So this is where the nesting boxes were, but I went ahead and put these 3 buckets here and put little nesting pads of hay in there for them. So hopefully this will be somewhat familiar with them. Like, they'll be like, okay, this is where we were laying eggs. And knowing chickens, the fact that this is going to be so much easier for me to collect eggs will mean that they won't use them. But we're going to hope. We're going to hope that they will. Here are Here are the new roosting bars here. And I've got 2 up here and 2 that go all the way across down here. And those are hopefully far enough apart where they're not pooping on each other. So we'll come out here tonight and try to move those Buff Orpingtons in here and put them up on the roosting bars just to see if we can get them used to doing that. They're usually a lot more docile at night, so it's a lot easier to try to move them in here and show them to them then. So look at these rotten chickens. They would not use these nesting boxes for nothing when I had them inside the coop. Now that I have them outside, and I did give them some little nesting areas with fresh hay, now they're all up in it. Being like, oh, look at this cool new place. Hopefully if they're laying eggs outside, they'll lay them in here, though, instead of laying them out somewhere strange where I have to go search for them. Dude, Cluck Norris, you can't lay an egg in there. I don't know what you think you're doing. Look at Cluck Norris's big old hiney sticking out of this box. Dude, we caught you. You redecorating? Yeah, I know. Anyway, I'll let you guys know if they lay any eggs out here in the box now. So, we'll talk Thanks for hanging out with me today, guys, while I'm doing this. It's been kind of a chore that started out being a regular daily chore, and then, you know, my brain morphed it into something more, which I do a lot of. So, I'm used to it. My husband's used to it. Animals are used to it, I guess. But anyway, thanks for hanging out with me today while I get this done. And let me know in the comments what you think. Any suggestions or comments. And hopefully if you guys are enjoying our videos, y'all go ahead and like and share and subscribe to our channel, because it helps us out tremendously. And thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Talk to y'all later, guys. Bye.
Empty. See chicken poop falling?
Poop? Yeah. I don't know if I want to get up under there.
That's why I was saying you got to get them far enough apart.
Nope.